This is the Misguided Meeples podcast.
I mean, I know what paddling is.
Well,
And so do you. I don't think you've been paddled before.
Well, you know, not as a child.
With your hosts, Eric.
How do you like bats, Natty?
So at that point,
Cold-skinned cabana boys.
I don't know what the black lobster, what the black
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
And Natty.
They are no longer patients. They are now victims to a crime of dentistry. Apparently was very acrobatically sound.
Yeah,
You're like, what are you in here for? I shanked a guy. What are you in here for? I ate a lot of ham.
Hello and welcome. Episode 4 of the Misguided Meeples podcast. I'm Eric.
And I'm Natty.
And like we said, this is the Misguided Meeples podcast. We are on Twitter at Misguided Meeple, and we are also have a Gmail, Misguided Meeples podcast at gmail.com. A little bit of show news before we start off with the news stories. We are now on iTunes, Podbean, and Google Play finally. So hooray for us. Figured that out once and for all.
Android users beware.
Oh yes, we're coming for you. So yeah, that's basically it for show news this week. And let's get right into some news stories. So our first news story this week comes from New Hampshire, because I actually Katie pointed this out last episode. We've been railing on Georgia a lot recently with the paddling and the dentistry.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So I think we got to spread it out a little bit.
Pick on everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
We're an equal opportunity employer here.
Yeah, we're equal opportunity offenders.
Yeah, perfect.
So what we have to do here is we have to pick on New Hampshire a little bit. Dad gets toddler to climb inside prize machine and steal Nintendo consoles. Natty, how far would you go for a Nintendo Switch?
Well, I wouldn't fit in the machine, so...
Yeah, but you get your 2-year-old to do it if you had a 2-year-old.
I mean, that's a $300 piece of kit. I can shove my kid in a machine. That's fine.
Well, this is what one man did. A man wanted by police is, after being filmed, sending his daughter inside a game machine where she was able to get her tiny hands on some prizes and retrieve them before they left the scene. There is a video of this if you want to go find it, but it is quite funny. You keep seeing her head pop out of the machine every once in a while, and the dad's like, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah, I think the best part, too, is that obviously people saw this happening and just said, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not safe, and then just walked away.
Yeah. A hostess at a restaurant across the machine was alerted when 2 people came by and said, that's so unsafe. So the hostess then called the authorities, and it's alleged that they made out with multiple prizes, including a Nintendo Switch and a Game Boy DS, or a 3DS, probably.
They're just assuming it's the latest. I love how that's speculated in the article as if it's relevant which Nintendo game system you're stealing.
You got to figure out the intended value of what they stole.
Well, I mean, I guess I got distracted by the fact that no point in the video do you see the child removed from the machine.
No, the child's just sticking their head out of the machine every once in a while, and the dad's like, "Come on, get the hell out of there!"
Wait, they haven't caught him, so I assume he didn't leave the child in the machine.
No, that's correct.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, it's they got away, so they're looking for this man now, and I don't know if they found him yet, but this happened a little over a week ago, so I assume probably not.
Prepare yourself for a bad transition.
Yeah, how are you gonna do this one now?
Well, because the police haven't found him, but they found something else.
Oh boy.
Smuggler found.
Why did we choose this one right after that? Okay, whatever. Let's go.
Don't question it. Just roll. Just roll with the punches. Smuggler hiding 1 kilogram of gold in his rectum. Arrested at Delhi airport.
Wow.
It's a lot of gold. What is our approximate pounds?
Well, it's a kilogram, so it's around 2.2.
2.2 pounds.
Yep, correct.
See, holding 2.2 pounds in my hand, not so bad. I'm not sure about the rectum.
No, that does not sound fun.
Well, apparently this fellow, he was carrying 5 gold bars. And
I thought it said 9.
You're right. It's 9 gold bars, 5 gold biscuits, whatever a gold biscuit is.
That doesn't sound...
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
No.
So, I think this could only work because he's 24. If there was a 65-year-old man with 2 pounds of gold in his ass, it would have fallen out a long time ago.
That's true. Okay. I was trying to figure out where you were going with that one.
But I like to keep guessing.
I was trying to figure out what the joke was. I got it now. I figured it out. So yeah, what else happened with this story? I mean, this is a lot of gold. How would you fit 9 gold bars up your ass? I have just no idea. I've never tried to do that, so.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, at that point, you're probably choking on it. That's a lot of space being taken up. That's a lot of real estate in a person's abdomen.
Oh, and certainly.
I got taken away because I just noticed at the bottom it says the duo were arrested and the gold was seized.
A different story.
That was a different one?
That's a separate incident. Because apparently this has been a thing recently where this happened at an airport in India, and apparently smuggling gold into the country has been a thing recently.
See, I was hoping as a duo because, one has the gold, one put it in there. Well, I can't imagine it's easy to stick 9 up there by yourself. I mean.
Oh, man. That's not enough. There's not enough money in the world.
There really isn't. It's
ridiculous. This gold is worth $40,000, but like there's not enough money. That's not enough money for me to do that.
And he must have had it in there for a while. It's not like he did that in the airport. That was like before taking the taxis, an hour to the airport, and then you have to wait. It's like that's a long time to be holding that gold up there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. So that was anything. I mean. That story was uncomfortable and more there isn't one. Yeah, this guy, oof. Why? I mean, it is a lot of gold, but I don't understand why you would do that now. Doesn't make any sense. You don't want to pay the taxes on custom, I guess, but like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he was getting the full $40,000, maybe it'd be worthwhile, but he's probably a mule. So he's smuggling $40,000 for someone else for some amount of money that's less than $40,000 that's going to go towards reconstructive surgery for your colon.
Yeah, that doesn't... Where's the ROI there? I have no idea.
I don't see a profit in it. Yeah, no, it seems like a lot of discomfort for nothing. And now it's a lot of discomfort that led to him going to prison.
Yes. That's a really big risk for something that seems kind of tiny. Maybe I'm missing something here in the gold smuggling trade. I have no idea. I don't know enough about the gold smuggling trade to make a assumption on whether or not it's profitable.
And shame on you for that.
I just haven't been around it recently. Sorry.
The one upside is being able to put that much in his butt is going to be really helpful in prison.
That's a good
for
one.
Smuggling things in. Don't get the wrong idea.
No. Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you meant.
Cigarettes and cell phones and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. That's what you put up your butt in prison, or other people put up your butt in prison.
Hey, butt cigarettes are a big deal.
I don't know how you know that, but
we don't ask questions.
I don't. I don't. So 2 short and sweet stories to kick off this week's episode, but we have one that will really put a smile on your face. A little callback to our episode 2 where we smuggled lobsters. Now we're going to be covering a story that treats them in a different way.
Yeah.
Maine restaurant sedating lobsters with marijuana to ease the pain of cooking. Getting lobsters baked, man.
That's how it's done. Yeah.
How do you feel about getting lobsters baked, Natty?
Well, am I getting baked too?
It sounds like this lady might be getting baked a lot. Yes.
Well, yeah, judging by the quotes, you might be right there.
Yes, correct. I mean, hey, it seems like such a waste of weed.
It does, doesn't it? Right?
Like, that was I remember like something a while back. I saw some news story like conservatives were mad about oh my God, you got to watch out for Halloween this year that people will be putting edibles in your kids' candy supply. It's like, dude, edibles are fucking expensive, man. Like, no stoner's gonna give your kid weed for free.
Well, I think the story is to warn parents so that when the kids come home, they can eat the edibles instead of the children, you know?
Right.
It's less sparing the kids, more benefiting the parents.
It's like nudging the parents, like, oh, there might be some edibles in there this
By
year.
the way,
You gotta,
sift through that sucker.
yeah, maybe find a little gummy lobster in there or something. So yeah, a restaurant in Seawall, Maine, known for cooking up legendary lobsters, doesn't want the lobsters to feel any pain when they go out of this world. So the owner, the restaurant's owner, Charlotte Gill, says she chose to hotbox lobsters. She first tried the technique on a lobster named Roscoe. She feels bad when the lobsters come here, and there's no exit strategy.
Well, there is an exit strategy, but
there is an exit strategy. It is an exit.
That's the entire intent. It's nothing but exit strategy.
So they go into depth about how she actually got the lobster high. Roscoe the lobster, which is a great name for a lobster. If you
Best
have
name for a Roscoe.
Best name for a Roscoe, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree. Best name for the lobster, Roscoe, was placed in a box with about 2 inches of water. Marijuana smoke was blown into the water through a hole in the bottom, and Roscoe got baked. Oh, that sounds awful. Like, it's been a while, guys.
Yeah. It is.
But in my experience with recreational marijuana, bong water is fucking disgusting. Why would you essentially be creating bong water that the lobster has to fucking ingest?
You're not considering how much worse this is because it's salt bong water.
Oh, it sounds terrible. Like, the lobster needs that to fucking breathe, you fucking asshole.
Well, they're
And
letting
you're
him breathe. It's just it's not the natural oxygen found. And I love it says that blown into the tube. It's not like this is some machine blowing. This is some bloke hunched over in a kitchen blowing smoke on a lobster.
Oh my God, they totally fucking had like a makeshift goddamn bong with like the lobster in it, and they had like a saltwater bong where they were probably just like taking rips themselves and like inhaling it through. Oh my God, this is getting worse every single time I read it.
It's a delicious lobster, but it'll take about 2 hours and the waiter will get lost on the way to your table.
Do you want a baked lobster?
You know, lobsters are expensive enough.
Our lobsters are super baked.
It's as baked as a lobster can be. And the price must, be exponentially higher because they have to pay for the lobster and the weed. And neither one is exactly a cheap product.
No, definitely not. So yeah, more about Roscoe's attempt with the makeshift bong. I totally think that's what they were doing here. Now that I'm actually looking into it more. Roscoe seemed to enjoy his first time getting high. He was much calmer when he was put back into the tank with the other lobsters. As a reward for his participation in the experiment, the lobster was returned back to the ocean. Interesting. So he got to go free as like he was the first guinea pig of the let's get lobsters high experiment. And she was just like, all right, you gone.
He'll just get eaten later. It's not like they labeled him. He went in the sea. He could get dragged up by the next lobster track.
That's true. Yeah, he's probably just like, ooh, these guys are gonna give me weed too.
Yeah, he's gonna be ready. He's gonna be first one in the pot.
He's like, yeah, let's get in there. The experiment was a success, and the lobsters at the restaurant can now be sedated at the customer request. So, I assume that's probably something on the menu where you're like, yo, get my lobster baked before you bake my lobster. All right?
Perfect. Done. That should be what it says. Just that verbatim.
Get my lobster baked or really baked.
Yes.
You have a couple choices on the lobster tonight. Baked lobster or super baked lobster.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh boy.
Seems like an excuse just to smoke weed in the kitchen because frankly, there are
That's what it
humane
is,
ways
yeah.
of dispatching an animal prior to cooking it, like tasers and certain things like that. I don't think it's entirely necessary to smoke a bunch of weed and blow it on lobsters. It doesn't seem like a practical way to go about it.
I don't even think they were blowing it on the lobsters. They were probably like fucking, like I said, like they were probably, this was probably like a saltwater bong,
Yeah,
essentially. A large saltwater bong, I assume.
So they're getting high, and the lobster happens to get high as well, and then they cook them. I mean, that's not a working principle. Everyone in the
my
kitchen is going to
God.
eat your lobster before it even comes out.
Essentially, yeah. The restaurateur holds a medical marijuana caregiver license and grows her own marijuana plants. So clearly, this was not a huge stretch for her to try to get lobsters baked. Although I did not know this is not a new concept of getting lobsters to reduce the lobster's pain of being cooked. Apparently, earlier this year, Switzerland banned the common cooking method of tossing a live lobster into a big pot of boiling water, deeming it cruel since lobsters can sense pain. And to that I say, no fucking shit. Most fucking animals can sense pain. Duh.
I'm also not seeing how Switzerland's getting all these lobsters.
They got a lot of money, man. They can buy as many lobsters as they want.
I suppose, but it's not somewhere where like, oh yeah, they have lobsters. It's Switzerland. It's mountains and chocolate.
Well, I mean, only the finest. If they want lobsters, they get lobsters, man. They just buy them.
Well, the sober kind or the baked kind?
Ooh, they would probably approve of this. I don't know how Switzerland's political police.
There's a supermarket around here that'll cook your lobster for you. Can you request to get them baked? Is this going to become like a commonality where you can just go anywhere and be like, yeah, can you smoke my lobster up first, man?
Oh my God, this could be like a thing with all animals now. Like
Yeah.
basically just like, yo, if your chicken is not free range and does not get baked before you slaughter it, no sir, I don't want anything to do with your chicken, man.
It's like, yes, perfect. Humanity is now at 100% with these chicken. However, profit is down about 300% because everyone's idly playing games on their phone.
Everyone's playing games on their phone. Everyone's like, the dude getting the chicken's high is like fucking baked. Oh,
One of them is just laughing, lying down in the middle, making snow angels among the chickens.
dude, that would totally fucking happen too. Oh my God. Is this gonna be a thing though? Like with just any animal? Like if your cows aren't high, your what would it be? Like free range? I'm trying to come up with like a weed term here. I'm blanking.
Free range, marijuana blessed animal.
Marijuana blessed animal.
That is the new standard.
That'll be on the fucking packaging too. Just like they'll have like the free range, GMO free, and then like the little weed symbol and like marijuana blessed or something. I don't know, something dumb.
Coming to your local Whole Foods.
Yeah. Oh, for real. Whole Foods must love this shit.
So how far does that extend? Like, could you get your roach infestation high before getting someone to come and kill them all? Like is that going to be part of extermination now?
No, the exterminator is going to get the roaches high before it kills them.
So it's a whole new concept to when they would like put the tent over the house and gas it up. It's going to be slightly off.
Yeah, the day one is going to have a very interesting smell. It's not going to be chemical smelling, but it's going to be different.
Yes, it'll be the only situation in which the exterminator is inside the tent.
Yeah, the exterminator. It's got like a gas mask on, with the gas mask bong on.
Yeah, yes, perfect.
Perfect. Just imagine that. Oh my God, this story is half baked.
It was just ripe.
The restaurant owner hopes by next year all lobsters will be sedated before being steamed. All lobsters. Wait. Right now it's an option, but at some point it's not going to be an option. What if I don't want the lobster to be high before she cooks it?
It does say at the end, customers will still be able to have their lobsters cooked the traditional way. out of fear that they're going to get high by ordering a baked lobster.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, it really isn't how it works.
Like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it doesn't.
So she is giving the option that if some person came in just like, I demand this lobster not be baked before it gets cooked.
I'm wise to your methods.
I get what you're doing here. Just getting high in the kitchen while cooking my lobster.
Pushing class 1 narcotics on my food.
So yeah, this story, man. Why would this lady think of this? This seems just like such a financial waste.
Now, this is just it's a perfect example of like you're sitting at home, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go smoke a joint, and your cat comes by and be like, oh, I wonder if that cat will get high. This is what happened. Someone was getting high in the kitchen, blew on a lobster, and it started being super chill, and they're like, wait a minute.
Whoa, hold on, man. We can get this lobster stoned as hell.
Yes. Just for amusement, and then it's like, oh, you know what? It might not be as bad for him.
Yeah, he likes it, man. Roscoe the lobster, my friend, loves to get high with us.
Roscoe should be our mascot.
Roscoe
the high lobster.
Roscoe's seen some shit, man. He's been smuggled. He's been high. He's a crazy lobster, man.
Yeah, that Roscoe.
He is one character.
Is this going to carry over to everyone? It's like, for example, if you're in Texas and you have the death penalty, are they going to get you high before your execution?
That's probably not. It's Texas.
Well, yes, but conceptually, it is an animal that feels pain.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe that's like the humane thing to do. I don't know. It just seems dumb. There's more efficient ways of killing an animal than boiling it alive. I agree, but also you could just fucking kill it like really easy. I don't know, like really quickly. Just.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna go to everything. It's gonna be like, oh, I'm going to the dentist. Well, don't worry, they'll get you high first. Oh, get my nails done. They get you high before they do your cuticles. It's fine.
They get you high before they do anything at the dentist.
No,
they just use different drugs.
They use Novocaine. That doesn't get you high. I mean,
I beg to differ.
If they use nitrous, yeah, maybe a little bit.
A little bit.
What is your dentist? Is your dentist in a dark alleyway somewhere?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Selling lots of narcotics.
Totally understand.
Yeah. No, I actually have never had a problem with my teeth where I had to get like a teeth pulled or cavity drilled or anything like that.
I have never had nitrous.
Ooh.
They just jab your gums with needles and make your face numb.
So they still give you Novocaine though?
Yeah.
Right. But just not the laughing gas?
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately, that's only a cliche played up by, like, I don't know, Little House of Horrors.
Yeah. I had my wisdom teeth pulled, but, like, that's about it.
Don't remember much of that.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
I really don't. I remember a couple things. I was waiting in the waiting room, and then I got pulled into the back office and put in a chair, and basically the doctor came to me. He was just like, all right, this appointment is completely free if you can count to 100 as soon as I put this mask on. And basically it was like he put the mask on me and I was like, all right, fine. 100, 99, 98, and I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went 100. My guy started at 10. I didn't make it past 8.
As soon as you start inhaling that shit, it just, you're done. And I just woke up in my bed. I was like, whoa.
All I remember is that the dentist dog was there and did his business on the floor right before the procedure started, which was a bad sign.
That's a terrible sign.
This was not a quality
job. And you didn't just go, okay, I'm gonna walk away now.
Maybe, I don't know. They got taken out. That's what's important here. They were gone. And I woke up in the car with less teeth.
Well, hey, at least they're out.
Yeah,
I guess that's important.
Exactly. But they don't let you keep them.
No. Why not?
What, do you have yours?
No,
exactly.
Did you ask?
Well, actually, yes, I did.
Oh, and they said no?
They said no. They disposed of them. You
You don't
can't
want
have them and
anything.
put them on a necklace like you're a tribal warrior who keeps his enemies' teeth as like, I don't know, trophy.
They're no longer your teeth. There are teeth now.
He just has a pile of them in the back and he rolls around in it.
Yeah, that was the big stack of papers, actually. You had to sign. You had to sign this one saying they could do the procedure, this one saying that they could have your teeth after the procedure, et cetera, et cetera, et
I
cetera.
am the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, that was in all the fine print that you signed.
Of course
before.
it was.
Yeah, so. Anyways, kind of short and sweet episode this week, but we had some good stories, I think.
And you got to hear about wisdom teeth, which was totally unrelated.
Totally unrelated. Kind of in the vein of getting high, though.
Yeah.
A little bit. Except without the good part of getting high. And with getting your teeth pulled while high.
And we weren't steamed.
Yes, correct. We were not.
We were let free, like Roscoe.
Yes. That's true. We were not cooked. Yeah, that'd be an interesting way to go. Sounds like some like futuristic sci-fi shit or something.
I'm not even sure it's that humane, too. Now you're setting a lobster back into the ocean high.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what are they going to do?
It's gonna be like, whoa, man. I've seen some shit. Well, if you would like to join the conversation, email us at misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com or tweet us at misguidedmeeple. Thank you for joining the conversation. We'll talk to you all next week.
Bye now.
The music in our intro is Retro Future Clean, and the outro music you hear now is called Breakdown.
Both tracks were done by Kevin McLeod at incomtech.com. If you would like to get in contact with the show, our email address is misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com.
On Twitter, we are at misguidedmeeple. Follow us for show news and links to all the crazy news stories we covered in this week's episode.
And maybe even some bonus ones we didn't cover.
Gotta follow us to find out.